Hello, everyone. It's me, Todd, and my son, Tyler. We are starting our first ever podcast, and it's called The More Is Less Show. And as you can see, we're going to be talking about basketball news, gaming news, whatever else we have on our minds. As you can see right behind us here, we've got some NCAA going on. Tyler will show you about this here in just a minute. We'll talk about it. So, first off, thank you for coming to watch our podcast. It's a brand new podcast, and we're not really good at this. Probably we're new, but we're gonna kick it off, and I'm sure we're gonna get better as we go. Right, Tyler?
Yep.
Cool. Okay. So first off, let's talk about news. We're going to do some gaming news today. And Tyler's going to talk about the gaming news. And there's a lot of gaming news out there. Like, for example, the PS5. Did you guys see that PS5 rendering? Looks just like the PS4. Looks just like it.
There's some visual notes of actual photos of the new PlayStation 5. But in the I think it was E3, people were saying that the PlayStation 5 was going to be a vacuum sweeper.
Yeah.
That would be funny as hell if it was true, since the Xbox released their new console. It looked like a damn box.
Right. Well, one of the biggest problems they're going to have, same goes with Xbox, early on in the days, and it's still the problem is they don't want that blue screen of death or that overheating problem. So handling the thermal heat on that is always going to be a big deal. That's why they want to make it bigger, but they really can't. So when they shrink it down into small size, they have to have large fans in there, and they got to really blow a lot of air in order to get it to work properly. So yeah, the PS5 is going to be interesting. They're supposed to release, I think, some information in February.
Somewhere
in February is when they're going to release the information. Probably their own event. Knowing them, they're not. I know for a fact they're not doing it at any other special event. So they'll be doing their own thing.
And also news, there also has another game for the PlayStation 5, and it's going to be a new God of War game.
God of War. Badass, right? Badass.
Yeah, and they already know the story and the plot. Apparently, it's going to be talking about the mother, or the wife of Kratos. From the God of War with the boy. I think the boy wasn't born yet, so it's gonna be between him and her and how they met.
Like a prequel, I see. And I bet you it's gonna be in 4K. Obviously, it's gonna be all the specs are gonna be top notch because it's the 5, and they're gonna want to show off the graphics. They're gonna want to show off all of it, the sound. And Xbox will be coming along soon with their Series X.
It don't be a complete failure like the Xbox One was.
It could very well be.
That'd be funny as hell if it was.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't really know how people are going to accept consoles. I mean, look how many people give Nintendo shit, right? Oh, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. That Switch, whatever. They seem to be doing just fine. Yeah, they're not hardcore. Some of the games, aren't really like hardcore adult games, but they're still fun games to play.
Like Steam, for instance.
Right.
Oh, God.
Right. So, this year's going to be an interesting year. Of course,
it's already been a terrible year already.
Yeah, I mean the new year. Yeah, the last year's been terrible.
I'm talking about this year.
You think this year already's been terrible? We ain't even started.
We lost Kobe Bryant.
Well, we did lose Kobe.
And there is a virus in China.
There is a virus. That's it, though, isn't it? So far?
So far right now.
Stock market's crashing. I'm not joking. It's not looking too good. It's like 300 points down. It's not crashing, but it scares the hell out of you when it drops so much. Back in the day, that would have been like a big deal, 300 points. To me, it's a big deal, but to a lot of people, it's, goes down 3, goes up 5, goes down 3, back and forth. Okay, what's next?
The Pokemon anime, which they remade they had to change the logo in Japanese. In Japan, they changed the logo, but they're still gonna keep it as Pokemon, the anime series that's been going on forever. And Ash always been fucking 10.
Right.
Then you make him older.
Right.
So yesterday, Sunday, Pokemon Ash caught a powerful Pokemon that no one in the fan base expected him to get. That's basically why I've been hearing for the last couple of days.
Wow. And that's another thing. A lot of people gave Pokemon, they can't make no money. No one's, even.
They know how much they're a money hog they are, but this Gen 8, the Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
A lot of people just gave up at the very beginning because of that it is a version of Pokemon Go.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Pokemon Go still made a shitload of money. And they still, I read a report that even this last year, the mobile app was making the money, and people didn't think it was. So, they're doing something right. Nintendo, they've been around for a long time. They got something figured out.
Nintendo's been here for a while.
That's right. I remember, I'm an old fuck. I remember playing.
You're a boomer.
Back. I'm not a boomer. My mom's a boomer. But anyway, no, I'm not a boomer. Don't call me that. But no, I remember the Super Nintendo and all the way back, Nintendo, ES.
64?
The 64. I didn't have all of them, but I did play all of them.
Yeah, because you're a PlayStation fan.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you are.
Well, before there weren't PlayStation back then, there was not a Play or an Xbox. But it was expensive. You had Sega Genesis. You had the NES, Nintendo, with Mario Brothers. And that was the big blowout game. But I'm so fucking old, guys. I remember the Atari 2600. My neighbor had it. Once again, I could never afford the damn thing. My neighbor had it. Played Pong and, what was it? Pac-Man and Defender. And Missile. The Missile one. And it was pretty cool. I mean, for what it was. Anyway. Next thing you got.
Right now I can't find anything right now that's big.
So everything that's pretty much what's going on that's big right now?
Nintendo is saying goodbye to the Wii in Japan, so the Wii's could be gone.
Well, that was the last holdout. I mean, because that's where Nintendo's from, so it's lived its life. I tell you what, once again, another Nintendo product. They said it was going to be shitty. No one was going to buy it. Who would want to buy that?
The Wii was amazing.
It was amazing. I mean, think about Rock Band, right?
Oh, yeah.
Think about
Rock Band's still Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero, right.
Guitar Hero's still going. It's called Clone Heroes now. And
right.
People still do it.
Right. I mean, think back when you first got that Wii, you opened it up and you had that disc, and you put it in, just the one with the games, and you started moving it was the weirdest, it's the coolest thing. You could move the controller and it was moving the arms and you could hit stuff. I mean, it was like first virtual reality if you think about it, kind of.
Yeah. And
2D, but pretty cool.
Yeah. Nintendo should be afraid right now because their most famous franchise, Pokemon, there is another group making a Pokemon MMO. Called Tim, and it's getting popular real fast.
Gotta be careful, especially if they don't get money hungry and greedy, because that's a lot of the gamers don't like that.
Like EA.
Like EA, what they did.
Disappointment.
It's ridiculous. You spend $50, $60 up to $100 depending on what you get. And then you still got to go and buy more shit to win whatever you're doing or compete. I mean, I get it to having skins if you want it as an option. Guns, gun skins and clothing and all that shit. But when it comes to real shit that controls the game and changes it, you shouldn't. Basically, what you're telling the gamers is, if the more money you have, the better you can be.
pay to win.
It's no good. It's not a good plan.
That's basically what I have right now for video games.
I know. It's a bad model, though.
Yeah.
So you want to go on to sports now?
Sure.
We'll do that. We'll do some NCAA basketball. By the way, for those of you watching this on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe, like, click the comment button down below, click the bell if you want, and when we come out with a new podcast, you'll be notified. All right, let's talk about sports.
All right, so we all know that Kobe's dead. It's a very sad year already.
Yeah.
And the daughter of 13. And I just heard that Kobe she wanted to go into the WNBA, which is even more sad to hear.
She probably would have changed the WNBA like Michael Jordan changed the NBA. You know, someone like that with that kind of talent. Because don't get me wrong,
she's 13.
Don't send me hate letters or whatever. NBA, there's a lot of talent.
I've seen people do memes already on Kobe Bryant already.
No, I don't mean that.
Devastating.
I'm talking. Yeah. I know. I'm just talking about the WNBA. There's a lot of good players, but coming from where she come from and as good as she was, and just the popularity factor, she probably could have changed. You know, really increased the WNBA's attendance and viewing. It's real sad. So yeah, and people that are hating on Kobe and
I don't know who would hate Kobe.
They shouldn't. There's nothing in his life he did that was bad.
Except for the those charges.
He had a scandal there,
which is bullshit,
in the hotel. But you know what? I'm a dude, and you know, think about this for you guys out there and gals. They get all sentimental, sanctimonious. You're a guy like him, phenom, 12 years old, playing with grown-ass men over in Europe. You think that women weren't always asking him to go out and always on him all the time? Yeah, right. Even when he was married, do you think they gave a shit? No. So the fact that he was able to keep him off for that amount of time, he did have one little issue, one time. But you don't know how many thousands or hundreds of thousands of girls that come up to him that he could have. So I don't give him too much shit about that. And plus, that's between him and his wife, and the girl ain't nothing to do with anybody else. And obviously, she forgave him, and that's all that matters. It's none of our business. Anyway, sorry about the rant, but what you got going on next on the sports?
So apparently, the NBA, the Pistons, when their last game, they were wearing a jersey honoring Kobe Bryant.
Isn't that awesome? There's a lot of love out there. He was one of those guys that really helped change the NBA. Well, nothing I could say negative. That's for damn sure. It's sad. It's a real sad day. The fact that his wife, lost a daughter too. I mean, losing a husband's one thing, but to lose a child like that, that's ugh. I got chills. Just thinking about that shit. If you're a parent, you get it. All right, Tyler, what you got next?
We're going to the college basketball. Apparently, Big Ten right now is going to make the tournament way hard.
Big Ten is the best tournament. The best conference.
Not now, but I heard that the Big 12 will probably be the toughest right now. But Big 10 is like second.
They haven't played us yet. I
could tell you right now that San Diego State is not going to go far in the bracket. Even though they have undefeated record, they are not going to go far. They haven't played a damn good team.
Yep.
Even when I look at their schedule, I don't know. Probably Nevada is probably a good team to go up against, but that's the only team I know that can beat them.
Right. Well, there's surprises. I mean, look at Illini. No one would have thought 6 games straight. No one would have thought where we were at.
Tied with Michigan State right now.
And you know why? Chemistry. That's right, chemistry. Those boys, young men, really, they have so much love for each other and chemistry right now that they're not. There's no selfishness going on, and we're not even hitting on all cylinders. You know, wait till we get hitting on all cylinders, and we're gonna be even better. And I listened to a show on the radio that call-in show, you know, for the Illini. And you always get these idiots calling in. Oh, he needs to be fired. He needs to be fired. He's a piece of shit. He's only been there 3 damn years. You got to give him a chance to actually build his own team up. Takes him a year.
Give all the college coach teams at least 3 years.
Yeah. And it's even harder now because of the transfer issue. I mean, everyone's transferring all over the damn place.
That includes football, too.
Yeah, but both. So, you know, and the fact that what he did there, Brad, was when he seen that he was losing, he brought in some analytics and got some help and said, hey, what do I need to do to change to have a winning team? He wasn't the old school method where it's like, this is my way, I'm going to do it, and if you don't follow the way I'm going to do it, then you're not going to play. He said, nope, let's see if we can switch it up, and that switching it up has really helped quite a bit.
A lot of people that are doing like the bracket and stuff, a lot of people are saying that Seton Hall may be the national championship.
You think Seton Hall will, huh?
Well, there's going to be Baylor, Gonzaga.
Baylor, don't count them out.
Baylor, Gonzaga, Kansas, Florida State, and Louisville, and Dayton right now are a real powerhouse right now. People are out there saying, why are you saying Duke? Duke has fallen. They lost Zion Williams. If Zion Williams never went to the NBA this year, they would be probably number 1 right now.
Yeah. Yeah, but see, like, you get someone talented like that, if you get 1 year, that's all you're going to get. And then they're usually gone. So.
So we moved that the number 1 recruiter for Memphis, that guy, I forgot, I don't know what his name was, but he left in the middle of the beginning in the middle of the entire college college basketball. Immediately went into the NBA draft. Immediately.
Wow.
That's really stupid of him. Why would he leave? And if he never left, Memphis would be a top 10 right now.
Well, the reason why they leave is the money. And he didn't want it, because you think, what happens if he gets injured, right? And then now that he's injured, he's out all that money he could have made at least that first year in the NBA.
Stats don't lie.
I know, and it's possible that he could earn even more money if he stayed, right? Because he could even show off more of his skills. But that's very common. I think parents have a lot to do with it. You know, I think mama or dad are like, you know what? You can either make the money now or let's go ahead. Although I don't know. It's hard to say, but there's a lot of it going on. What else is so what are we doing? We're looking at the AP poll tonight, or who we looking? Oh, this is
that's Andy Katz.
Andy Katz, Power 36. AP
Andy
poll.
Katz. I think right now, every time I look at him, he does the March Madness. I think he does the March Madness stuff, but I think there's things behind the scenes I don't know. Right. But he has his Power 36 right here. I have the list right here. Right now, he compares his Power 36 with the AP poll, and right now, Baylor, he has Baylor like 1 to 7 or 8, the same row, except for Seton Hall, but they put Seton Hall at 10.
Seton Hall. I get you.
But ranked 9 for his Power 36 is Illinois. Illinois is a real threat right now.
He's been on Illinois' bandwagon the whole season though, you know. And that Power 36, go to his YouTube page, look him up. He has it, but that's basically who he thinks is the hottest right now, the best right now, like a snapshot. Whereas the AP poll, It's basically they take into consideration the entire season.
They take the net,
yeah,
the net, and the coaches,
yeah,
and these. I don't know how the AP poll works, but it's somewhere similar to.
Well,
like that.
So the way I understand it is the way the AP poll works is, it's the sports writers for the media companies, like the newspapers and all that. They vote, because that's what AP is, Associated Press. So they vote on who they think is number one, and then the coaches poll is a different poll than the AP. And then of course this Power 36, that's Katz's.
Well, you guys can't see it, but you see on YouTube. You can see on the March Madness YouTube channel.
There it is. Just Google them.
NCAA March Madness.
You go there, you'll find them.
So
anyway,
let's talk about fighting.
Fighting.
Yeah.
All right.
UFC.
What the fuck?
Conor McGregor comes back from his anger, and he has changed a lot. It is kind of scary.
It's that fucking quiet kid in the back. You know, that he was real fucking loud and crazy and that. Now he's on his meds, and you're like, what the fuck? Is he gonna explode or what? Am I right?
Yeah, but during the fight, he is still the Conor McGregor that I know.
Oh, he fucking tore him up. Cowboy Cerrone. Cowboy Cerrone. I call it Cerrone. Cowboy Cerrone. Fucking badass fighter. Fight anyone, anytime, anywhere. He is the real fucking deal. He ain't no fucking lightweight. And Conor, fucking done, son. Done. How many seconds was that?
42.
42. Knocked him the fuck out. There wasn't even no chance. There wasn't no fucking chance. And like I said, Cerrone's a fucking badass. You don't just walk up on him and take him down, or no, take him down, but knock him out. But yeah, that was a good one. What else is going on? We talked about the fights. We don't watch a lot of boxing.
Nah, we don't. I'm not really much into boxing. No.
We mostly MMA and mostly UFC and mostly
MMA and UFC are the same.
Well, there's others too.
Well, Fight
There's
Night.
Bellator.
Bellator.
Yeah, there's others, but for MMA, it's usually UFC, and it's usually the bigger ones. We don't really watch the smaller ones as much. I do, but I don't. He doesn't as much. So anyway, we want to start talking more about our brackets, or before we
about the.
So I'm gonna before we go there, I'm gonna go ahead and now I'm gonna pick up the camera because you can't see shit back here, and then get it close enough so you can see. I'll be the cameraman, if you will, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, so ESPN has their own bracketology going on right now. And this is what they have right here. San Diego State, Baylor, Kentucky, and Gonzaga are ranked in the first seed. And it goes from best to worst. It goes goes the first one to the last one to go up against each other, and you go from the bottom and then to go up and down until they're all into one. For us Illinois fans, Illinois right now is in the east side up against Memphis. Remember the number one recruit that got don't zoom in.
Illinois, Memphis.
I know. Whatever.
Okay. What? Go ahead.
Remember the number one recruiter that left Memphis? We may have a chance to beat them, and I think Illinois may win the entire NCAA tournament.
Go boy.
And the Big Ten Conference.
Go boy. You're right. I think you're kind of right on the Big Ten. Maybe you're stretching it on the NCAA, but hey.
There is a lot of teams. There are a lot of no-name teams. Well, I should say that, but they're probably really good.
They're good in their own rights. They wouldn't be there if they weren't good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of teams that's not in there.
Like Steph F. Austin. No one knows who they were.
Stephen F. Austin?
Stephen F. Austin, I think.
That's it.
no one knows who they were until they played Duke and beat them somehow, which is a big shocker because in the beginning of the NCAA, there were, I don't know, like 7 or 8 number one. What?
Not so loud.
There were 7 or 8 first seed switches, a lot. And right now, a lot of people were thinking that San Diego State is going to be number 1 seed, but I don't think so. If they're going to be number 1 seed, they are going to decline slowly because, like I said before, their schedule, they don't have anyone good. Really, they don't have no one good. And right now, in the ESPN bracketology, there are 11 Big Ten teams in the bracket right now. And there's like 5 or 6 conferences that only have 5 teams. Which is, for Big Ten is a little bit scary right now. From everywhere.
Hell yeah.
Even Illinois.
We're tough conference.
I know, we are a tough conference.
Very tough.
Yeah, but everyone on here is very powerful. Villanova, Butler, Auburn, Gonzaga. I'm surprised Duke is still 2 because this year I thought without Zion Williams, they don't have anyone good. I don't know anyone from Duke that's really good anymore. That's basically what I have right now, and this is the AP poll right now, the updated AP poll. You can see their overalls and their winning or losing streak. And that's they're like one. Hang on, I want to see. I think there are 6 teams from Big Ten that are in there. Yeah, 6 teams.
Hell yeah.
And the ACC, everyone fears the ACC a lot, but ACC has dropped a lot. You see this AP poll. There's one team that's not in the AP poll. North Carolina. North Carolina's not in here. They used to be in here a lot of times, but now they're not because I don't think they had really good recruitment, and they're not even ranked. They're not even in the bracket. So Duke the rivals Duke, they have a chance to. Duke probably is the one that's going to win the ACC tournament. And there's also another team that's not in here who won last year. For Virginia. Virginia's not in here.
You're right.
Neither is they're in the AP poll.
Right.
So something happened. They probably lost some really good teams, really good players, not teams, players.
Yep.
So that's all I have right now.
Yeah, there you go. That's quite a bit going on. I hope our audio ain't all fucked up, guys.
Hope not.
We're still learning this.
This is our first.
It's our first time. We're getting it figured out. I noticed the damn meter clipped, beep beep beep, and I didn't want to stop, but I just did it myself. We may adjust that on the next one.
If we hope we get some good reviews.
Hopefully we got some good reviews. Let's put this down so we can see the More is Less show. That is what we are. This is the More is Less show. And what we mean by that is you get more information in less time. You're not sitting here waiting forever.
It's probably an hour long, probably.
Yeah, but look how much information you're getting. And it's entertainment, so what the hell, right?
What the hell?
Cool.
What the hell?
So, this is Todd Moore.
Tyler Moore.
This is the More is Less show. Please come back and watch us again. And have a good night.
See ya.
Bye-bye.